Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Jeff's Computer Service on YouTube. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys on how to set a remote access for your Plex Media Server on your TrueNAS Scale. And we're going to be using a third-party application on TrueNAS Scale by using Tailscale. Tailscale is a VPN mesh program that allows you to connect remotely to any devices that you already have set up in that network. So the good thing about Tailscale, for those that do not know, first up, it's free to use for personal use. You can have up to 3 users and 100 devices. There are also different prices depending on your needs for what you need it for: starter, premium, and enterprise. You can also download it for basically any device. It doesn't say it here, but you can also download it for Raspberry Pi as well. And also, you'd be asking yourself, why would I need to use a third party if I can just open a port on my router? Well, depending on your ISP, you might have something called, that not everybody knows, is CGNet, carrier grade net. Having this type of NAT provided by your ISP, what this means is that you have no control to open ports. If you try to open ports, they will still appear as closed and nothing will happen and you'll be stuck. The only way to open ports is if you have regular NAT, not a CG NAT. Then that would have been the issue for you if you have regular NAT. In our cases, in your case, and in my case as well, I don't have regular NAT. I have CG NAT. So I am stuck with using a third party application to access my servers, my media, anything else that I need to have remotely access to it anywhere around the world. So we'll be using Telescope for that process. So I'm gonna just go ahead and get started with this. So first up, what you're gonna do is on your TrueNAS scale, you're gonna head over to apps. And the first thing that we're gonna download would be Tailscale for this process. Now from here, just gonna click on check available apps. I'm gonna just search for it. Sometimes it doesn't pop up if you try to search for it, but that's fine. Okay, it doesn't pop up. So I'm gonna just scroll down and it should be on the view all updated, almost to the bottom. It's gonna be right about, yeah, here it is, to scale. Now, if this is the first time you've done this, you will need to set up a pool to install it. So in my case, I do need to set up a pool. So I need to create a pool. Now here, I'm gonna keep everything plain and simple. Let's just give it a simple name, NAS. You can put encryption if you want. Click next. This side, the layout, I'm gonna put strip. I'm not actually gonna be using this. This is just mostly for an example. This size, I'm gonna use the one that I have made up, 200. Everything else can stay the same. Save and go to review. That's fine. Create a pool, confirm, continue. Now just give that a few seconds. Once this reaches 100, we should be pop up again with a Tailscale install. The pool is done. Now let's go back to the app, check available apps. Okay, now for some reason now I cannot find it. Tail. Okay, there it is. Now set up pool again. Now choose a pool since you already created it. I will choose that one. Now we're just gonna give that a few seconds to load up. It should bring us with the configuration page, which is what we actually need. Okay, yes, we're gonna confirm that. Agreed. Perfect. Tailscale configuration. And what we actually need is right here, the authorization key. Now to get the authorization key, you will need to go into your computers here. As you can see, this account has this computer, laptop 00, already connected, which is this computer that I'm using right now, that is already connected. This device, laptop 00. Okay. So now to get the authorization key, we need to go to settings. Now from our admin console, we need to go to keys. Now from here, we need to generate an odd key. Generate that key, give it a name so you know which one it is. Let's just say NAS server. I'm gonna generate a key. Now I'm gonna copy this. Once you hit done, you're not gonna see the key again. So do copy it or write it down to your notepad just in case. I'm gonna go ahead and paste that. You can see it's right there. Now here in the host name, which is basically is what the name that's gonna appear here in Tailscale, you can change it or just leave it default because it's gonna be TrueNAS Scale. So in my case, I'm gonna just leave it default. Now from here, all that we need to enable is host network. It does give you a warning here that says bind to the host network. It's recommended to keep this disabled. In our case, since we're doing a remote access, If we have this unchecked, you will not be able to log in to your TrueNAS by remote access by using the IP that it has been provided. So by enabling this, you will be able to access it. By having this off, you're really not gonna do any much different. You're just gonna be stuck. So once you have that already checked, all you need to do is just click on install, and on this side, once you see this, the status of this change to running, it's done. And it's actually completely running, and it's going to appear here in a few seconds. If this hasn't changed to running and it's still in deploying, just give it a few minutes for it to pop up. Okay, as you can see, it has popped up here, but in this side, it's still not finished. So I'm just gonna reload the page. And there it is. It's now in the running state. Since it's now in the running state, it now says here it's already connected. You can see the blue dot. If I put this on full screen, you see here, last seen, connected, same as this computer, connected. That's perfect. So that part is done already. So what this means is, this IP address that is right here, we can just copy that, and we can open another page, and it should be able to log us in to the TrueNAS Scale server. You just give that a few seconds to load up. You're gonna get this warning. You just continue to site, and there it is. By the TrueNAS Scale server, I'll just put admin password, and there it is. And log in to the same server. I'm gonna close this out. Now we're going to install Plex. Discover apps. Now let's scroll it down. Here it is, Plex. Now here, we just want to install it. Now we should be pop up with the configuration page. And all that we need to change here is to enable host network. Same thing, if you have this off, you're not gonna be able to access to the server while having this off. Yes, again, it does give you this warning that supposedly it's recommended to keep this disabled. But if you have it off, you're not gonna be able to access it unless if you're connected here locally. In your case, that's not what you want to do. You want to be remotely anywhere that you want to go. And just so you know, this is the default port number. You can change that. In my case, I have no issues with that, so I can just leave it the same. So just click on that. Once that's done, just scroll down. You don't need to change anything else. Everything else here can remain default. Nothing here needs to be changed. Just the part of the network configuration, then you need to turn this on. Now just scroll down, install. Now on this side, the right side, nothing new is gonna appear here. Why? Because to access the server of Plex be with the same IP address that is on the TrueNAS scale. The only difference is that you're going to put the port number so you know where you actually are trying to enter. Now there is another thing. We still need to wait for this to turn to the running state. But if you click here, you can actually see on the bottom all the services. It's going to be here services alpha. You can see here all the services that are running off the port number. And if you haven't noticed right now, you can see here the 32400. If I'm not mistaken, that is Plex. And you can see it right here. You will also see a lot of different port numbers here. You can try to log in on these, but I personally have no idea what all of these are because I have tried to log in or remote, try to put it on the web. It really doesn't do anything. I think this is like an error. I'm not 100% sure why all of these are appearing. But as you can see here, it's already running Plex and it's already in the running state. That's great. If we put this in full screen, we should be able to log in with the web portal with the local IP. Go here, as you can see, there we are with the web IP. And as you can see, this is the login of the local. And now we're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna do the same with the IP address that of Tailscale from the machine. In our case, is this one. Just copy that again. Control T to open another tab. Paste that there. Put two little dots. And you put the port number, which would be 32400. Enter. And there you have it. Plex is officially running from IP address 100.86.127.4. And you can sign in with the account that you want to use. In my case, I'm using that account, and I'll just sign in. Once you click sign in, you're going to see all your movies and everything you have set up. Here I already have my own server. My own movies already set up, but this is on a different server. But I can already run this because I have another one set up. This one that I have here is just basically for testing. I'm not really gonna use it. But I did see somebody comment that they wanted to get Plex running on TrueNAS Scale, but they also wanted to set it up with remote access. So there you have it. Well, guys, I really hope you found this easy enough to understand and not get lost through the steps. If anything, guys, if you are still lost, please leave a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Have a good one. Goodbye.